Good morning. Uh, I just got a little something to come to me when I was praying just a little while ago. Kind of fighting in the struggle, a little tired too. So all that bogged up in the midst of it. I'm not going to say that the Lord uh, told me this, but I am going to say that it makes a whole lot of sense, to take and get this warning to them because of a video that I watched yesterday. And I was watching the video, and they had these two young brothers on there, European brothers, and they were videoing the border. One of the brothers, he's a U.S. citizen, but he moved to Panama, and he had another young European brother, and they was talking about the stuff that was going on the border, and he was talking about how people were saying that it was going to be 40 to 50,000 trucks and all that, and he was being for real about it and talking straight up. He said he don't know if it's going to be that many. The last that he had heard, I think he said it was like maybe 4,000 that was heading there, and then it might be a whole bunch of other people that drive from around the country. He wasn't for sure, but there wasn't nobody coming there planning on to disrupt or disorder. They were just coming there to have a peaceful protest and unite. And so I said, okay, let me hear what the guy's saying. And he went to just pointing out all kinds of stuff. I wish I just tried to put it up on my phone again. I got a bad habit of erasing videos and stuff when I watch them. I need to stop doing that because I'm seeing the relevancy of the stuff that I'm now being guided to listen to. And the reason why I said been guided to listen to, because out of all the stuff I've been seeing on the board and stuff, I've been passing it up. And that right there made me want to, I just wanted to watch it. So I ended up doing it, and I'm glad that I did. And I know that sometimes the enemy will try to take advantage of things that we are seeing and being revealed to us. So I'm trying to be real careful on all of it because I don't want to take neither side, Democrat nor Republican, because I see some wrong in both. Then I see some good that can be done if either side is willing to listen. But I'm seeing a pattern on both sides. But it was coming to me as I was praying, being reminded of what was being said yesterday, and reminded of other things that's been revealed to me. Okay, so let's put it that way. And as I was praying, I got to being reminded of what the two European brothers were saying yesterday, and they were saying for each person that come over, they was taking and giving them like. They would take and go to certain spot. Each spot that they go to, they would get a certain amount of money. Then when they would get here, because they had certain people set up in the places, so when they come through, the people get help and whatnot. But anyway, that some people was getting $2,200 per person, and some was $3,000 per person. So that got blown back up to me at my prayer, and I was sitting up there saying to myself, you know what I mean? As I was praying, okay. And then, it got to come back to me about what I had already been feeling and was thinking. So, just want to put it to you that way. And I know y'all in the spirit realm and want to say it's a lie and all this. I know there's a bunch of lies coming to me, whoever you are. And like I said, I'm not going to be one-sided, but certain things we can see with our own eyes. Certain things we can hear with our own eyes, where we don't have to say if something is Satan or we have to say if something is God. We're seeing and hearing it with our own eyes. Now here it is, these men, you know what I mean? They Trump supporters, all the way. And they sitting up here saying this, so we got to pay attention to what they saying. They saying it paying anywhere from $2,200 to $3,000 a month for each one. So as I'm praying, you know what I mean? I know the enemy in the spirit realm trying to do stuff. And I know there's certain things I was looking at that was on my heart that I was seeking God about, saying, Lord, I'm not understanding this. Okay? So we know that somebody could be in the spirit realm trying to manipulate, but this make good logical sense to pay attention to this. And that's why when it come to me to take and get a warning, I was like, okay, let me find this video. I forgot I had erased it because the video backs up what I'm saying. Okay, but those who have discernment, they will know. I'm not trying to bash Trump. I'm not trying to bash Biden. Okay, you know, I know that God don't agree with our little boys going in there and being twinkled with, or our little girls going in there being twinkled with, or abortion. I done seen portals and gates and stuff open from that stuff. That's why we having a lot of problems we having here in this country at an increase, okay? That's really the downside to that administration, okay? Downside to the Republicans administration is that we making a God out of a man. And, you know, God's mentioned in the Bible, you know, when they was taking and doing that, Samuel got a point, and we see how things went. And then I was watching Perry Stone the other day, and he was talking about that most great nations like this, you know what I mean, when they get around about that 230 years or 250 year mark, you know, stuff began to really happen real bad, and I know what's being revealed to me. So it's a combination of things that have me getting on here again. I don't want to have to keep on getting on here, but I know how important this election is. I know how important it is for us to be ready. Like I said, keep on trying to stress our grandmothers, our grandfathers. They're older people. They ain't going to be able to do certain things. I'm already struggling doing certain things because of my back problem. My nieces and my nephew, I think about them every time I get to working on this. Every time I'm like, Lord, I'm having problems. I'm 57 years old, and I done been through things. This stuff hit like it's been through. It's going to be a struggle, a real struggle for them, especially my niece and nephew, because they ain't never really had the want. You know, for real. God them and blessing in that way. You know, my one thing I said about all my brothers and my sisters, take care of the kids. I mean, for real. I was the only one that messed up, you know. But they took care of my daughter. She didn't want for nothing. And would have did the same thing for my son if he just would have been around, you know. So anyway, let me just say that they was mentioning in the border. They was mentioning about. I don't want to just think too much. They was mentioning about how they get each person get $2,200 to $3,000. So if we paying attention to this, and Trump saying don't approve this just because they want to wait till he get elected for him to correct it, that's not common sense. That's not using good common sense. If you win, then he can get in there and correct it even more. Why interfere when you can take and slow up that flow in the right way? Why have it where people had to drive and come together in one place where a mistake can happen, just like what happened at the Capitol? That woman lost her life. And that was the second time that blood had been spilled on the Capitol, like the first time was man. And you know, I did a video about that. You know, and we ain't paying attention. That's woman and man. That's a sign. The destruction of woman and man. And in one of the highest places here in our country. Sign. Now here we have a build-up for something. I'm hearing other men and women of God, you know, when I'm scrolling down, looking at my music and looking at different things, and I'm hearing them saying, pay attention to the board, pay attention to text. I'm saying, why is men and women of God hyping this up? That's wrong, y'all. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. Trump say, you know, no deal at all, unless you can get everything. And I'm not saying compromise all that. I'm not into the politics. But the bottom line is this. They have a chance to take and slow up the flow and stop bleeding the taxpayers of their money. Because it's taxpayers' money that's taking care of this. Why not put a Band-Aid on this wound that's bleeding? And then we letting people coming in here that we ain't got the slightest idea who they are. And you know, like I said, you know, I'm not mad at the people for wanting a better life, but it's something that the man said that represented Trump. Why is one country just letting them, in one, three or four, they come to 3 or 4 countries, and each one of them just letting them in to come this way? Why the people ain't stopping there? It's certain signs and certain things that we're not paying attention to. Okay? But back to that. Now, let's add this up. Now, I think they were saying like 4 or 5,000 was coming through a week or something like that. I forget what it is, but let's just add that amount up. Let's just say it's only 4 or 5,000 a month. Why? I know there's more than that, but why would you want that to go on for 10 months? Why would you want people that's taking and working and stuff like that to come down, you know what I mean, and be on the board, protesting on the board when it can get settled right now? Just so when a person can get in the office, they can say that they did it. Something ain't right about that, y'all. I'm being honest about it. Just like something was wrong about when Joe Biden got into the president won the presidency when he got elected and he got in office. Let me say it in that way. Soon he got in, the first thing he started doing is overriding a lot of stuff that Trump did that was good. I'm not saying that all of it was good, but there was a lot of things that was good. He just overturned it real quick. Now, if we pay attention, Trump is saying he's going to do the same thing. There's this constantly just getting in without thinking. That's where the mistake came in with Biden. He got straight in and he overturned some things that was good. That was really helping this country, okay? And we can't have each time one of them get in there, you know what I mean, overturning that is all right, that is helping. That's where the problem is coming in at this. It's being too much politics in here without people taking and using common sense and looking at certain things. Like I said, I know evil. I done did it mostly all my life, you know. I was 42 years old the day I got saved in the shower. 42 years old when I was praying to the Lord, asking, you know, to help me. I was tired of living like this. Didn't want to live this way no more. I don't want to hurt nobody no more. I want to be of help. 42 years old. Okay? And we just need to use common sense on this. I'm not endorsing either one of them. I'm going to point out the things that ain't right and the things that are right. That's what we're supposed to do if we're saying we're children of God. Wrong is wrong, and right is right, and it's wrong. And I see the spirit of arrogance and pride in a powerful way there, real powerful way. It's not right. It's not right. Go on and get this approved so when they had an election, whoever win, they can continue to fix what's going on. Don't let it just continue to go like this where people going to end up going down there and something going to happen. Because that's what all this is building up to. It's a repeat of January the 6th. Because it can get, the reason why I say that, because it can get out of hand at any minute. We all know that. And there's a bunch of innocent people, good people, that really thought they was doing the right thing on the 6th. That went up in there because they was listening to someone say something that they admire and they love. And I'm going to say this, and God didn't tell me to say this to you, President Trump, but I'm going to say this. I heard the people hollering out in the crowd about how much they loved you. Do you know how much a beautiful thing that is for people to love you and admire you? That's a beautiful thing. And I heard your response say, see, and you did the little thing that you stand, you bob your head, and you say, they loyal. If that's the way you look at love by somebody being loyal to you, then you're missing it all, President Trump. You're missing everything. Love is the thing that has it while we're here. God created us out of love. God gave all this to us out of love. Get a better understanding of it. You know, For some reason, at one point in time, God just decided to let his glory fall upon you and people to want to take and listen to you and elect you. I was one of them. But I see what I see now. I see pride and I see arrogance. And I'm going to speak out about it. Same thing with you too, Biden. There's certain thing that you know you're a Catholic. You go to church. So how can you embrace a lot of these wrong and evil things like this? I'm not taking any side. So everybody that keep on trying to manipulate me in the spirit to go one way, I'm going to speak the things that I see that's wrong. I'm going to speak the things that I see that is right. You was wrong for getting in there when you won, overturning everything that he did without taking time seeing what was good and what wasn't. And if you win, if you win, you'll be wrong if you do the same thing without thinking, stopping and seeing what's good and what's not. That's $2,200 a person, $3,000 a person for some people. And this is coming from people that support and love you. So if it's an average, I'm just saying the average, what, 1,000 a day, 800 a day, I don't know. But say over a month's time, we're looking at anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 people. They're getting in here. It's building up. Then you're going to have to spend more money to round them up in the house. Come on, y'all. Let's lose common sense here. Common sense. And let's stop calling people crazy, and that ain't doing them but fueling the fire. I'm gonna read one verse. Matter of fact, I'm a Matthew chapter 24 because that's where we in right now, and I'm gonna get on off of here, because I was supposed to just get on and get a warning, you know what I mean, and I believe that God and Satan both know how heavy it was on my heart when I was listening and seeing certain things. So I believe I'm being touched by the Lord and been trying to be manipulated by Satan. That's why I'm trying to be real, or how can I say, trying to just keep this short and point out the good and the bad, plain and simple. I'm not taking neither side. Okay, now look what it says right here. It says right here, and this is where we at, and this is where we have been at ever since 2016 in a powerful way. And we need to pay attention to it. This verse has manifested in such a powerful way since 2016. It's crazy. Now watch this. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Okay? Now I'm gonna read verse 12, and I'm gonna let this go. 11 and 12. No, 11 is about the false prophets. I'm going to 10, 11, and 12. I'm going to close with 10, 11, 12. Now watch it. 10, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall arise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. A lot of this that's going on not in real love, because real love do right. And to all you men and women of God that's supporting Biden, to all you men and women of God that's supporting Trump, go and read John. Chapter 14, 15, 16, chapter 13, 14, and 15. Then go and read John, 1 John 1, 2, and 3. Where's the loveness? The real love. Not because someone hollering out, they love him, we love you, we love you. No. We ain't supposed to wallow in the love. The love supposed to be able to touch us, that want us to do right back by the people that's not doing right back by the people. Somebody can get hurt, and other people will be hurt, because they ain't going to be just able to take and round all them up like that, even if you win. And then that's going to cost billions of dollars. Start slowing it up now, right now, and start working on fixing it. Take the step now. And if you win, finish it off, President Trump. I tried to give you a warning with what God was putting on my heart about Colin Kaepernick. I can't remember. And when I seen him kneeling with the 7, I kept on saying it was a warning. And I begged you to listen. And I'm doing the same thing now. Please, 45th President Trump, let them go ahead and do this. And then if you win, get in there and finish fixing it. Don't do it in this way. It's not right. And anybody with any common sense can see, hey, go ahead and put a stop to this. You know, I made this mistake before and taking it doing this. Woman got killed. Certain things you should learn from. You 30, but almost 30-something years older than me? Or 30? Come on now. Come on. Because I supported you like crazy, you know, but this is wrong. Wrong. It's wrong. And it's pointing right back to Daniel chapter 4. Pay attention to how many times you use the word I and how you use it. And listen to what you're saying. I'm quite sure I ain't the only one there. And then the Democrats, they sucking this up like they putting bread in the sauce and juice and just sucking on up. Come on. You done had 4 years to kind of, you know, see things differently. All this is doing is driving a wedge between people. That's all this is doing, Democrats and Republicans. We need to let the enemies of this country know that we can work together. That we can correct our wrong. How can we be leaders of the world? We can't even correct our what's going on in our own country in the right way. That's $2,200 a month, $3,000 for some, and this is coming from your own supporters, people that love you and support you. So taking care the election is 10 months away, and then you got to take and wait another month, so really 11 months away, because you got to wait almost 2 months after that for you to get to take office. That's hundreds of billions of dollars, maybe even trillions. See what just happened in New York with them attacking the police officers like that. And now you got somebody sitting up here that used to hate the police like I used to hate the police. I ain't gonna lie. I grew up, you know, with that type of mentality. But since God touched me, I know that it's wrong. I know that they're there to help us. You say you want to protect them and make things better for them. How's that? Come on. Let's take and put the Band-Aid on for now and finish working towards it. I'm gone. You know, I hope you heed this. You know, I'm not taking nobody's side. You know, what's going on right now, you telling them not to do that, that ain't right. It ain't right at all. Come on, y'all. Use common sense. I love you.